Good day and welcome back to another week of Talking Technical, and thank you for all the requests. I know the show is running for many years, and always remember this is to introduce you to a nice hobby, what they call technical analysis. And remember, this is not an exact science. This is always a product that you can use or an instrument that you can use to more or less see where a share or an instrument will turn. I know there's a lot of people saying that you cannot time the market. They are 100% correct. If you invest for the long term and you invest every month, it's not really necessary to time the market or a share. You like the share or you like the index, and the only thing you need to do is you need to buy and accumulate. But unfortunately, you've also got people that like to time the market like I do. If I need to buy something, I always look at the chart and I see what the candlesticks are telling me, because the candlesticks I've learned over the years is nothing else telling me what the informed capital are doing. And by the way, there's also a lot of fundamental analysts that's making use of technical analysis to guide their thinking. Well, one of the first requests that we had this week was gold. Now, gold is very interesting. It looks very lackluster to me. Even the stochastic is nowhere, but it looks like it finds some support around this area of 4550. And while we're talking about candles, if this candle is correct, this is going to be a beautiful, at the moment it looks like a harami, but what I like about this candle, it's a tiny little dragonfly candle, and that dragonfly tell you that there is some keen buyers around this level of 4550. On the other hand, if you want a stop loss and you're nervous about it, below this little candle of 4560, we can easily see that the gold price can lose even more momentum. And there's the 50-day moving average. The gold price showed us now before that the 50-day moving average acts as a good support or resistance. And at the moment it is a resistance. It's been touched once, it's been touched twice, and we're below that. So only above this level of 4,712, the medium-term investor will get more excited about gold. At the moment they're nervous about it because the momentum is still clearly down. But what we can say is there's maybe also a double bottom around here brewing, but I think the big move will only come if your 50-day moving average, let's say around 4,710, turn into a support. Then things can get excited and maybe show us some new renewed strength into gold. Now, if we talk about gold, let's have a look at Anglo Gold, because this is one of the bigger counters. They've got good quality operations, and if you look at Anglo Gold, there's the rising wedge. I'm worried about it. I showed it before. It is on the brink of playing out to the bottom. There's a lot of work to be done. There's the 50-day moving average. There's a little gap. That gap sits between 751.10 and it will close at 70.51.44. So maybe this gap can close. But if gold is correct and gold is going to move higher on that dragonfly candle, you'll probably see that we see some momentum building up here and moving back into this, because the trend is still positive. And on the fundamental side, I just read this week that JP Morgan say that they are still very excited about gold shares and then of course gold stocks as well. Well, let's have a look at copper 360. Now, if we look at copper 360, it really struggles, and the momentum is clearly to the downside. Now, this is a daily chart. Someone asked me what happened to weekly chart, so let's move around to a weekly chart so that we can see. This is clearly a trend all the way to the downside, and although everything is so negative on copper 360 while we're working on a weekly chart, let's change that into a 40-week moving average so that you can also see what I see there. 40-week moving average. Now the 40-week moving average is clearly a pivot point. Below that it's negative. Above it should be positive. But if I look at this weekly chart, maybe we see a double bottom here. Now copper 360 was around these levels at around 15 September 2025, and we are almost there again. So if you are working on a weekly chart, you will say to yourself, the stochastic is nice and low. I've got a lower shadow, but only above the 40-week moving average, or very close to that 40-week moving average, you will see your first sign of strength. That will be above 61 cents. Your stop loss will be the low of that candle. That will be 49, and maybe from there it can go higher. If you look at the daily chart, it's a little bit different. The daily chart is for somebody that wants a shorter term view. Now, if you look at the daily chart, much of a difference here. I always use a 50-day moving average on my daily charts, not a 40. So there you are, 50-day moving average. Let's have a look here now. Suddenly, then you see there is a beautiful bullish engulfing candle developed on Friday. There's no shadow pointing out to the top. That's therefore make it a beautiful shaven top candle. That is positive. And if it can break above that shaven top, it can move higher. But I'm going to use this little line there. And there's the line that we must watch. Above 50 cents, you'll see your first sign of technical strength. Your stop loss will be 41. And where's your target? Your targets will be 55. There you are, 60, even 63. And then back to your 50-day moving average. And below 41, remember the share can actually go even lower. Now, one of the other copper players are, of course, Orion. And a lot of people are watching that as well. Let's have a look here at Orion Minerals. And there you are. It's typical of this share, building a beautiful consolidation. But what do we see? We've still got this gap open here at the bottom. That gap sits between 24 cents and it will close at 23. So it's a tiny little gap there. But where you are, you've got this consolidation. Let's take that consolidation. We use that line. And that comes 100% with the 50-day moving average. That's actually very interesting. So if you want to buy above 34. Make use of a stop loss of that candle. That will be 30 cents. And if it can break above 34, well, then you've got a lot of targets. And that will be 35, 36, 38, and even 40 cents. Now remember, with this company, it's still in exploration phase. There's still a lot of money going in there, but we know that their copper assets are very good, and a lot of people see a lot of value in them. But as I always said before, remember, a development mine or mining exploration, a lot of things can go wrong. But boy, oh boy, if this little counter starts going on good results or production levels picking up, you'll be surprised the way this share can perform. It can maybe surprise you all the way to the top. Let's have a look at one of the dogs of the market. And I see this share as the next Sasol, if it comes right. Remember, if it comes right. Now, this company was a very good company, Sappi, but everything is against them. Pulp prices are down, paper prices are down, everything is against them. There's even a gap the other day developed here because there was bad news. The company said they're really struggling, they do not make money. And where's the first sign of technical strength? Will be above that little line. And remember, this now is not the kind of stock where you sell the farm and you buy. You can maybe nibble on it. But boy, oh boy, if this little counter, well, in the past, it wasn't a tiny counter. It was quite a big company. But now suddenly it's what you can almost say, a spoeg and plak share. But maybe like Sasol, can you remember? It was also one of those counters that nobody wanted to touch. And then things turned out for them for the better. And it did very well. Well, first sign of strength here will be above 15 Rand 59 cents. Your stop loss, I will take this low of that candle, will be 13.73. That's maybe a little bit big. There's another stop loss at 14 Rand and 23. Then be nervous. But boy, oh boy, if this share can start to move above 15.59, we probably first close this gap at 15 Rand and 88 cents. Then you've got the 50-day moving average close to that level. And from there you can see 16.99. But for me, the big bounce will only come. The turn of momentum will be if we see this resistance, and this resistance sits at 18 Rand 69. If that turn into a support, you must remember that something is on the boil in this company, that something has turned for the better, and that the company can go much higher. Because let's just finish off the show and show you, this is the weekly chart. Let's just see where this counter was before, just to put it in perspective. Can you believe it? Many years ago. Let's just take that away. It will be quite interesting to finish off the show. So you get a counter like this, maybe surprise you all the way. Can you believe it, that this trend is so solidly down that once this share was trading at, can you believe that, at 105 Rand and 79 cents? Well, if there is a dog of the market, let's call it sappy, and let's see how that can develop or turn into a star if something happens. But as always, if you look at the chart like this, stick to your stop loss and don't buy a lot of shares. Just nibble around it. And then maybe if things starts to turn around and the chart starts to look better, you can maybe increase on that position. Well, thank you for watching the show. Visit our website, www.fransdeklerk.com, and may the God help us to serve you another week so that we can do it next week. All the best. See you.